Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to build an amazing and an interactive sales dashboard from scratch. So this is the dashboard which we will be building. So let me walk you through this dashboard which I have built. So here at the top you can see the KPIs, the four KPIs which I am showing here, and these are the visualizations, the visuals which I have added for this visual. And here is the navigation button to get to the another page. So this page is basically consists of two pages, this report, the summary view and the sales trend view. So the summary view gives the some overall summary of the sales data or the sales dashboard, and when we click on the sales trend, it redirects us to the next page where I am describing about the sales trend based on the revenue and the order quantity which are being ordered by the customer. This is an interactive dashboard which I've built, and here at the right top corner you can see a slide filter button. So when I will click here, a filter pane opens, and from here also I can filter the dashboard. So these filters can also be used in order to filter the report. You can filter it subcategory wise, category wise, based on country, based on the state, and based on the month. I've added a button to close the filter pane. So this I have basically accomplished by using bookmarks. I've created two bookmarks to accomplish this goal. So we will be seeing that also in the video. And here these visuals which are present here are interactive. So when I click on this, so only the bike product category gets filter out for other visuals as well. You can see the highlighted part. So these highlighted parts shows the sales for only the category of bikes. Similarly, for this pie chart, if I'm clicking on the adults part, so this again filters the dashboard. Similarly, we can see for this particular product, we can see the trend. Similarly, for the country of Australia, we can see the trend. So that's how I have made this visual interactive. All the visuals are interactive with each other. But what you can see is when I'm clicking on this Australia, it is just highlighting that part and not uh, means the other parts which are not required should get invisible, and we should only see this highlighted part. These parts should won't be displayed. So that also we can do in filtering options. So I will also tell you about that. So let's get started with the video. First, what we will do is we will get to the step-by-step procedure of getting started with the project, and then we will move on to the business requirement which will be there in order to build this dashboard. So these are the project steps which we will be going through. The first would be business requirement. So basically what happens whenever you are creating a dashboard or a report, you are given a certain set of requirements from the customer or the business. So you have to understand and go through that requirement properly. So based on that requirement, you will be using all the visuals, or you will be creating some columns in the report. So this is a very crucial step, understanding of the business requirement which we get from the customer or the business itself. Then after you have gotten the business requirement, and you have got a clear cut idea of what the business requirement is and what the customer exactly wants, then you also need to go through the data. So data walkthrough is also very much important. So whenever we get the data set in form of Excel or whatever format we are getting the data set, you have to go through the entire data set. You have to find some anomalies or some problem which are there in the data set and resolve it. And then only we will move on to the next procedure, which would be data connection. After going through the data set, what we will do is we will connect the data with the Power BI. So after connecting the data with the Power BI, next procedure would be very crucial, data cleaning. So data cleaning basically happens in order to remove the unwanted things which are present in the table. So data cleaning while doing the data cleaning, we go through each and every columns and see if the data type and other things which are there in the report are basically required for the report or not. So that's when we do the data cleaning. Then comes the data modeling. If you are using more than one table in the report, you have to create a relationship between those tables and establish a proper model which will make the report work properly. After that comes the DAX calculations. We can use DAX in order to create a new calculated columns or measures which will be required in the report for calculations and other purposes. So these DAX column will help us to create those measures or calculated columns, and that only we can use in the visuals. So these is the most important part, creating the visual, because from the visual only we will get the proper insights what we will be representing to the business. And after creating the visual, whatever visual is there, then formatting of the visual based on the theme submitted by the business requirement, or based on your experience also, you can create a very good looking theme and do the formatting and all of the visuals. After everything is ready, every visual is ready, your dashboard becomes ready. And after that, what you can do is you can generate some insights from each and every visual which are there in the report. And after generating those insights, you can just jot it down in a proper systematic way, and those insights will play a very important or key role in representing to the business. This is the business requirement basically, and what we have to do is we have to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the sales performance, customer satisfaction, and the inventory distribution. And based on that only, we will identify the key insights or the matrices in order by using various KPIs and visualizations in Power BI. So they have also mentioned the important KPIs that they would be requiring. So KPI basically means key performance indicators. Key performance indicators give us a very high level idea about what is happening or about the insights which we are getting from the report. The KPI basically represent the numbers which we can use at a higher level to get a very summarized idea of the dashboard or the insights which are getting generated from the dashboard. Next comes the chart requirement. So these are the charts or the visuals which are required to be created in the report. The first one is the total sales by product category. Then is the total sales by country and state. Then we have to show a yearly trend of the sales. We have to also show sales by age group. So we will have to create age group based on the age of the customers which are there. We have to mention the top 5 and the bottom 5 product based on the ordered quantity, and we have to show the monthly sales trend and order quantity trend, and also we have to show the same by country and product category. So this is the chart requirement. And sometimes what happens when the business is submitting you the requirement, they will also submit what type of chart and a proper theme which would be used in that chart. So what type of chart they want for the particular requirement, that would also be submitted as a requirement for some by some business or customers. So that also you have to keep in mind. And whenever you are going through this business requirement and then you will go to the data walkthrough, always check if all these columns are there or not. Because if the columns are not there, then you have to create those columns based on the existing column, whatever would be there. For example, here we have to show total sales by product category. So we will have to find if there is any column such as category in that. And here we have to show total sales by age group. So I think the age group column is not there. So what we will have to do, we will have to calculate this age group column based on the age which would be present in the data set. So that's how you have to understand what new columns or new measures you will have to create in order to fulfill this requirement of the charts. So that is a very crucial step in that. Now let us walk through the data set. This is the table which we will be using in the report in order to create the visuals. So what we will do is we will go through each and every column and see if all the columns are in proper way, and Also we will understand what does that column specifically mean. Okay, and we can also see that it is having a lot of rows. Basically there are 474 crores of rows which are records which is present in this data set. So let's get through each and every column. So the first column basically means the date. These date would be the order date of the product which are ordered by the customer. The second column is the day, so on which day it was ordered. So I think it has been extracted from the date only. Next comes the month, on when was the order, in which month. Next is the year of the order date, and next is the customer age. So this is the customer age, and you might be remembering we have to calculate sales based on the age group. So based on this age, we will have to calculate another column for age group. And next we have the customer gender of the customer. Next we have the country, so where those customers stay. Next we have the state. Next we have the product category, followed by product subcategory. So in which category and subcategory the products fall, and these are the name of the products which are being ordered. And here are the numerical columns. Here is the order quantity, how much order of this particular product was ordered. This is the unit cost of that order, means per what is the cost of a single quantity, a single product. This is the unit price, the price at which the product was sold, and this is the profit. So the overall profit generated after selling these many quantities of the single of this product, and this is the cost, what was the actual cost of the product. This is the revenue. So the revenue which was generated by selling this particular product of this much quantity. So this is a very decent and simple data set, and we have got a very clear idea of what it is trying to tell. So what we will do now is we will import this data set in a blank PBI Power BI file. This is a blank file which I have opened just now, and what I will do is I will import that Excel file. In order to import the file, you have this option here to import the file, and if not, you can also import it from get data. From here you can click on Excel workbook, you can select the file which you want to import, click on open, and then it will just load the file and shows however a number of sheets present in that. So here I am getting only one because I am having only one, so I will load it. So it will load the that table at the back end. Okay, so here we are getting some errors. Now we will have to fix those errors by going in transform data. So first of all, I also forgot to tell you that whenever you are going through the data, you also have to check if the data types and everything else which are present in the columns, in every columns, are those there properly or not. So here what we have to do is we have to check the data. So first I will convert this in table, and what we will do is we'll go through each and every column one by one. You can see it is in proper format. Here there is no issue. In day also we are having only the days. In month also we are having only the months. Year also we are having only the years of the sale. In age group, okay, we are only having numbers in age group. In customer gender, okay, so here is a problem. In customer gender we are having F female, M and male. So what we will have to follow only a single thing, either we can go with only F or M, or male or female. So we can fix that in Power BI. Next comes the country. So here also there is no problem. For state also there is no problem. For product category, there is no issue. Subcategory, okay. Product name, okay. There are no blanks as well. So we are also not seeing any blanks over here. In order quantity, okay. So here you can see NA. So this can create a problem in the report. So this also we will be fixing. In unit cost, again here we can see NA. In unit price, there is no issue. In profit, okay, there is no issue. In cost, there is no problem. In revenue also, there is no issue. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to fix this issue for gender column and for order quantity and unit cost. So these things we have to fix. Okay, so here in Power BI our table has been loaded, but there has been some issue there. So what we will do, we will go to transform data, and you can see the option over here to transform data. When you will click here, it will open the Power Query editor where you can do all sorts of transformation on the table. Okay, so here we can also see a problem that it is not considering the header as a header, and it is considering it as first row itself. So what we will do is we will use this option to use first row as headers. I will click here. You can see it has been converted as header. And one more problem is there, the data types. You can see ABC123, ABC123, ABC123. We will also have to change the data types. And whatever steps which we are applying over here, it is shown in this applied steps. So I have what I have used, I have promoted the headers, it is showing over here. And next change, I will change this column to date. So here we have the option of date. So the data type has been changed. So you can see the step has been applied over here, changed type. The day I will change to whole number. Month I will change to text. Year I will change to again whole number. Customer age I will change to whole number. Customer gender I will change to text. Country I will change to text. State I will change to text. Product category text. Subcategory again text. Product name would again be text. Here we are getting the errors. You can see this red thing. We can also go to view option and click on this column quality. This also shows us that there is some issue or issue with the column. It will be represented in this error. If it is valid, then it will show as 100% valid, and if there are some empty columns as well, then again then also it will show how much percent of column has been is empty. So we will fix those two. I will change this to whole number again. Profit also I will change to whole number, and cost also I will change to whole number. Revenue also would be whole number. Order quantity. So what we have to do is we have to replace those NA, and we will replace it with 0 basically. I will just click on here. I will click on replace values, or you can also say replace errors. Replace errors with 0. Click on OK. So here in error it is showing as 0% now. Here also we'll apply the same step. Right click and we'll replace errors with again 0. So again, also we'll have to change the data type. It would be whole number, and here also it would be whole number. We also have to fix the gender column. So here gender, what we will do is we will just follow M and F. Okay. Here you can see in the drop down, we are also getting female and male. So we will just replace those values. Again, I will right click over here. I will click on replace values. First we were using replace errors. Now we will be going with replace values. So what value I have to replace? I have to replace female with F. I will click on OK. And again, you can see now there is no female, only F. Now I will replace values male with M. Click on OK. The value has been replaced now. You can click on drop down. You can load more. So it is loading the entire data set. Basically, what happens when you are seeing your data in transform data, it only shows the top 1,000 rows by default. And when you will be when you click on this load data, what it does is it goes through entire data set. Okay, so here we are only having M and F now. Let's click on OK now, and what we will do is we will just click on this close and apply. So what it will do, it will apply all the steps which we have applied here in transform data and close this pane, close this Power Query editor. So I will click on close and apply. Here it is loading the file again, and the steps which we have made in transform data are getting applied over here. Okay, so it has been successfully applied and we are not getting errors as of now. You can see your table in the data view or table view. You can see all entire table over here. So let's get started with building the dashboard which we are building. First, I will change the background color. So the color which I will be using is a dark black color. So let me change it from here. So by clicking here, you have all these options. You can click on this Canva background and then you can select the color, whatever color you want. So for me, I just want hash 131313 and transparency would be 0. So this is the background which I want. Now we will start building the visuals which we are going to build. So here you can see the table, and when you drop it down, it shows all the columns over here. And you can see the summation option, and you can see the calendar option over here. The calendar symbol and the summation symbol. Summation symbol basically tells us that all these are numerical values and we can perform operations with these fields. And this is the date field. And others are just text fields. So now, first of all, what we will do is we will create those KPIs which were there in the report. And in order to create the KPIs, we will be using measure and we will be creating measures in those KPIs. So let's get started with creating the measures. So what I will do here, I will create a new table in order to store all the measures. So I will click on this enter data and I will name this table as measure. I will click on load. A new table has been added named measure, and while I will drop it down, I will just get this column one column. I will click on the three dots and I will create new measure. So basically what I'm doing over here is whenever you are creating reports and when there are more than one tables in the report, you have to organize your measures in a single table. So it helps a lot in order to organizing all the measures which are being used in the report in a single table only. I will name it as total sales, and I will calculate sum of revenue. Okay, so this measure has been created, total sales. I will just delete this column now. Delete from model, yes. And this table is only now dedicated to measures. So we will be using this new card. Let's add the measure over here. The other KPI. So next we have to create total profit. Total profit. Let me increase the size of this. Okay. Total profit, sum of profit. Enter. Okay, I created it over here. Let me copy this. I will move it over here. First, let me delete this one. Delete from model. Yes. New measure. Okay. It has been added over here. Again, I will drag and drop this here. Now we have to create average sales value and average order value. Again, I will click on the three dot, click on the new measure option. Average sales value is equal to average of revenue. Then comes the average order value. Average order value, average of order quantity. Enter. So this measure is also ready. I will just drag and drop it over here. Drag and drop it over here. So all the four measures are ready now. Now we have to do the formatting of this card. So what I will do is I will just go here, and for background I will use some dark color. I am having a hex code for that. I will be using hash 33333. For the visual background also, card background for all. This card white background I have to change. So again I will go here and I will select this. I will change the hex code to A4, 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 and I will keep the transparency to 43. Okay. Now I will add the layout also. It needs to be changed. So for layout, maximum card row card show would be 4. So all 4 cards would be shown here. So the text, whatever text we want for the entire report, it should be always in white. So what I will do, I will directly change it from the this formatting. I will customize the theme. So you will click on this view tab and click on this drop down. You have the option to customize current theme. And when I will click here, you can see the option of text. So wherever you have the text, it will automatically get customized. So I will use some lighter color. I will only use white for title also. I will use white for cards and KPI. The text would be white. For tab headers, text would be white. In visual, background would be tool tip. Text label would be gray and background would be black. Page, filter pane. Let's keep it like this only for now. Okay, I will click on apply button. I also have to change the theme of the report. So the theme which I am following is I'm having the hex code which I will be using. So I will just type the hex code. Okay, now it is coming as white. We will do the other formatting which we have done in our report. Let me adjust the size of this card. Okay, and now we will go to the card section over here. Let's keep it normal. Background we have done, border we have done. I have to show accent bar. For accent bar, I'll have a transparency of 25 and width of 8. And the shape would be rounded rectangle. And let's keep it as 12. Okay, it's looking good. Let's also keep some shadow effect. Let's keep it like this. Inside, let's go with outside only. Now it is looking quite decent. I have to also decrease the size of the text. Where is the text option? Call out value. Let's keep it 20. And for the label, I will go with 10. Okay, it is looking good now. Height is sufficient. This is also okay now. So we also have to add the symbols over here. So I already have those. I will just add it. So in order to add the symbols of the here, what you have to do is you have to go to this image option and then you have to go to have to enable the image and you have to select a particular card. So for total sales, I will be using I will be using this logo. So size, I would keep it around 40 or 43. Okay, this is looking good. Again, less at the top, vertical alignment at the top. Rest everything is okay. Now let's select the next card, total profit. For this, let's go with this visual. Click on open. Vertical alignment at the top. Size, let's give it 43 again. I think we should increase the size a bit. 53, 54, 55. Okay, 55 is looking decent now. Let's change the card to average sales value. So here again, I will use this visual. The size would be 45 pixels. At the top, it is also looking good now. Now the last card is average order value. I will select the visual logo for that also. Is this one logo 4? So I will use it over here. Vertical alignment at the top and size again would be 45. Let's decrease the size. Okay, it is looking good now. Okay, so our card is ready. The background color is not looking good, so what I will do is I will off this. Now it is looking perfect. So we have added all 4 KPIs along with the logos for the KPIs. There is one more thing which I have done for this first visual. I have added a background image as well. So we'll do that also. So in images, that option would be in card, I think so. In cards, I have to select the first one, total sales. You have to go to background and then you have to browse the image. So this is the image, card background. This image I have basically created on PPT itself. Let's open it. Let's do it fit. Let's do it fill. Okay, fit is only good. Okay, so we have added background only for the first card. Now let's add the other visuals as well. So the first visual was category wise sales. So what I will do is I will add a background. Oh, this bar chart over here. I will add total sales in y-axis and in x-axis I will add product category. Again here I have to change the background color. So for this the background color I was using was 3333. Okay, I will do the formatting. Let's change the title and keep it sales by product category. Let's call it total sales. I also don't want the unnecessary title on X and Y axis. So I will remove those also from X axis and again from the Y axis. I will go to effects in general formatting. I will add the visual border. I will give the same border as the background color which I was using, and I will keep it the rounded corners to 8. Let's keep it to 12. Rounded corner 12. Okay, it is looking decent now. So what I will do is I will just copy paste this visual and I will add other visuals as well. I will copy paste, again paste, paste, paste. So as I've done the formatting for this visual, it becomes easy to just drag and drop the fields in these visuals by just copy and pasting it. Other visuals which we want was revenue by state. So where is state? State, you can see it over here. I will drag and drop it over here, and we have the revenue by state. I will change the chart type. Let's skip it this. I will place it over here. Next was revenue by country. Country is over here. I will drag and drop it over here, and I will show revenue by country. I will copy paste it. So we also have to show a trend, yearly trend. So I will use a line chart over here, and I will go with year in y-axis and total sales in x-axis. You can also go with the date. So what you can do is you can drag the date over here, and from all this hierarchy which it has already created automatically, you have to cross all the other fields for quarter, month, day. You have to remove those, and then you will only get yearly trend. So we have the yearly trend as well. Now we also have to create a top and bottom products by order quantity. So here what I will use is I will use this visual, and I will use the product name, and then I will use order quantity, and then what I will do is I will apply a filter for this. So here, so the filter pane has become white, I think because the formatting which I have done. Let's change the formatting again. Okay, so here in the filter pane you have the option. So by using this filter pane, we can just show the top 5 products by their order quantity. So what I want is I want to show this product. So I will apply a filter on this product. So there are three types of filter basically: basic filtering, advanced filtering, and top N. So we will be using this top N function, and we have to show top 5. and we have to add the field over here. By what field you have to show. So I will add this order quantity over here and I will click on apply button. So it is only showing as a top 5 product. Similarly here also, what I will do is I will drag the product name first and the order quantity, and for product I will apply a filter, top n filter, and I will use the field order quantity. I will give, I want to show bottom 5 products. I will click on apply button. So again it is only showing the bottom products. So here as you can see, the names of the product are not visible properly. So again you have to do some changes over here. So we have to use this maximum width option. I will just use it to the max. Again here I will use it to the max. I will rename this as top 5 products. Bottom 5 products by order quantity. Here also same, top 5 products by order quantity. Now we have to calculate, or we have to create a pie chart for the age group. So for that we will have to create a calculated column. So here as you can see that in the table which we are using, we are only having the customer age column. Now we have to add another column based on this. So we will be adding that column by using DAX. So let's create a new column for that. We can click on this option of new column. It will add a new column over here. I will name it as age group, and we will simply use if else condition. If age, customer age is less than equal to 25, then I will just say less than 25, then it should fall in the bracket of youth. So these are the buckets which I'm creating. So this is the new column which we have created. Let's see if our logic is wrong somewhere. Why it is showing as blank. So we'll see this. So for 64 it is showing as blank. So we'll have to give here less than equal to 64. Okay, so there are no blanks now. Clear all filters. Now we have created this age group column as well. So we will use this over here. I will just copy paste it and I will convert this to a donut chart. I will add the age group column over here. And I will count sales. I don't want the title for the legend, so I will remove the title, and the visual title would be sales by age group. This is yearly sales trend. This is total sales by country. Total sales by country. This is total sales by state. Okay, the title are renamed now. Now we just have to do the alignment. So I will quickly align all the visuals. Now the proper alignment have been done now. Now what I will do is I will give a title to this page. I will call it as sales dashboard. Change the background color. I will not use any background color over here. I will just give a title. I will make it bold and use 18. Let's go with 18. I will center align it. Summary. So this is our sales dashboard summary. Now we have to create another page. I will just copy paste this page. I will click on right click over here and click on duplicate. So it has duplicated the page. I will remove all the unnecessary columns from here. I will just keep this one column for formatting and copying it. I will delete it. I will delete the cards. I will name it as sales trend. Now I will use this card to show the trend monthly. I will go with the line chart. I will drag and drop order date over here, and I will only check with the month, and this is the sales trend. Similarly, I will copy paste it and I will use it for order quantity. I will copy paste this one and create two other visuals to show country wise and category wise. Country wise total sales. I will use this chart, copy paste, product category wise sales. Again, I will copy these two. I will just change the order quantity. Okay, I have to put it over here in y-axis, and in x-axis I will just drag and drop the country. Similarly for this visual as well, I will just use the order quantity field, and here I will go with product category only. So now I have to add a background canvas for all these three visual. I will just have to go to insert tab, and we have this shapes over here. So what we can do is I will go with this rectangular shape. I will add it over here like this. I will just change the color for this. So let's go with this color. I don't want the border for this, and I will place it at the back. We'll just go to formatting tab, and here you can do the fixing of the visual at the front or at the back end, wherever you want. I will click on the send backward option and send it to back. Similarly, I will copy paste it and use it for the below visual as well. Here also I will use the formatting and place it at the back. And for all these three visuals, I don't want the background. So I will just go to general setting and remove the background. For this visual, for this visual, I also don't want the visual border. Here also I don't want the visual border as well as the background. Same with the below visuals as well. Okay, so the formatting part is done. Now let me change the border, the rounded corners. Let me keep it 15. Okay, it is looking quite decent. Here also let's go with 15. I don't want the title for these visuals as well. I will just remove the titles, and on x-axis I don't want the values as well. Similarly for this, similarly for this, and similarly for this one. Title also I have to off. Okay, let me adjust it and align it properly. Okay, so here our visual is ready completely. So both the pages are ready. I will just rename the page. This is summary page, and this one is the sales trend. Now what I will do is I have to add buttons in order to do the navigation part. Let's go on insert buttons. I will insert a black button over here. I will give it a text. I will go to style. I will on the text. I will name it as summary, and I will make the borders. I will off this borders, and what I will do is here I want rounded corners. I will on the visual border over here. I will go with this gray color. I will increase the width, and I will add the rounded corners from here. Let's go with 8. Let's increase the number to 15. 1 5. Okay, so it is now looking like a button. I will just copy paste this one, add it over here beside this, and I will name it as sales trend. So this would be for another page. And I have to give some hovering effect to this one. So when I will click on hover, the size of the text should increase. Okay, it's increasing a lot. Okay, I think this is looking decent now. When I'm hovering, it is just increasing by one. Okay, let's go to default, and also I want to give a background color to this. Let's use some gray color. You can give it here only. Okay, so our button is ready. So I will keep action of this button off, and for this I will just on the action button, and in type I have to select page navigation. So when I will select page navigation, it will ask us to select the destination, and we only have one destination, that is sales trend. Okay, same, I will just copy paste, and I will add it over here on the next page. Let me move it a bit down. Okay, it is looking decent. Here also I will just rename this to summary. In this I will rename to sales trend. So my basic idea was that for the page where I am currently there, for that page the button should not function, and for the other page it should function, and it should have an hovering effect, so which I am showing over here. So that only what I wanted to achieve. Let me change the position of this. Now we have to add the filter pane. So in order to add that filter pane, we will be using bookmarks. So first of all, let me add all the elements which are there, and then we will get to that. First, I will insert the image. So these are the images which we will be using. This filter one, I will drag it over here. And next is the cross one. This also, I will drag it over here. Now what we will do is we will create that pane, the filter pane which we want. I'm just aligning these buttons. Okay. So I want to create that pane. So in order to act as a background for the filters, I will use a shape. Let's go with this again. Uh, Rounded corners, I want it to be 12. And the background color would be gray only. I will give some transparent effect over here. Let's go with 44, 40, 38. Okay, so this is quite decent. I also don't want the border. Now I will add this over here, the cross button. Perfect. I will give the title to this pane. Let me add the selection view. So in view option, you have these two options in view tab, the bookmark and selection. So I will use the selection tab. So this helps a lot while creating bookmarks. So whatever elements are present on the page, you can see the names of the element over here. And when you will select it, it will get highlighted. So I've selected this image and I've selected this shape. It also, here also we can change the positioning. So here the image is at the top and the shape is under it. Okay. Now I will add a text box. Here I will add a text box and I will name it as filter pane. In effects, I will go and switch off the background. I will drag it here. You can see a text box name has also appeared here. So whatever element you will add, it will just be shown in the selection pane. Let's make it bold, increase the size to 11. Well, okay. I think we should make it more darker, the background. Let's go with 25. The color, I think I should go with some dark. Twenty, 15. Okay. This is looking quite decent now. Now let's add the filters which we want. Click on the slicer option. Select the filter which you want to be there. So first of all, what I want is I want the month. Let's format this as well. In effects, in background, I want the background of this one. Border also. Let's have a white border and rounded corners be 8. Let's go with 10. In visuals, I want this filter as a drop down. I will again change the background for this. Let's make it this, and transparency should be very less. Let's keep it only 10. And for this filter, I would switch off the background. Similarly, let's change the background for this value, this thing. Here in background, I will give it some light color. And here I will give it a black color. I will just copy paste this, copy paste, 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 paste. So alignment is done now. Now we have to create the bookmarks. I will go to the view, click on this bookmark option. Let's hide these data and visualization pane. And then we have to do the selection. So what happens is you will select all this slicer and I will create a grouping of all this filter pane. And all the objects which are there on this filter, I will group it. I will select all those things, the text box, image and the shape. I will right click over here and I will create a group and I will name it as filter pane. Now we have to create the bookmark. So we have this image which is at the back, the filter image and the filter pane. Now I want a bookmark for when this filter pane is open. So I want this bookmark in this state only. So I will hide that image which is at the back, the filter image which I have added, and I will select both these visual and I will create a bookmark. I will click on add bookmark. I will name it as filter pane open and I will deselect the data and I will select only selected visuals. I will click on update. So this bookmark has been created. Now we will create another bookmark when the filter pane will be closed. Okay. So I will hide this filter pane now and I will unhide the filter button. So I have selected both these things. I will add another bookmark. Click on add bookmark. I will name it as filter pane close and again I will deselect the data and I will select only selected visuals and then I will update. Again I will update this. Let's update this again. Okay, so it has been updated. Now I will add the bookmark for this button. I will on the action button I will click on bookmark and the bookmark would be filter pane open. So whenever I click on this button, it should give me that filter pane. Let's try that. I will have to click on control and then control click. Okay, so it is not functioning properly. Let's see what is the issue. So this bookmark is functioning properly, but this one is not because the image is also getting hidden. So I will again update the bookmark. Update. So now again, if I am clicking, okay, filter pane open, I have to do like this filter pane open position. I will click on this and I will update it. And for a close, this is the state. Okay, I am deselecting the bookmark and now control and click. So this gets opened, the filter pane, and again for this button, I will give action to close. In type, I will select bookmark and in bookmark, I will select the close one. So here again, I will go here, I will click it. Okay. So it is functioning properly. So same thing we have to do on this next page also. So here also we will not go on creating the bookmark or creating all the background image and all those image and then adding the filters individually. We will just copy that group which we have created over here. So here we have this filter pane. I will just click on it, copy it. I will click here, copy it, go to the sales trend and here I will paste it. And the button I will just import it, insert. I will import that image again, open. So we have it again now. Now again for this page also we will have to create two other bookmarks, which is simple. I will just again we have to follow the same procedure. Let's on the bookmark pane again. I will select the filter pane closed and select the image. So this will be filter pane closed one. So this is one bookmark. Oh, I haven't updated it. Let me update it. I will deselect the data and I will select only selected visuals and I will click on update. Click on update. Again for another visuals, I will go here, click on the filter pane. I will add another bookmark which would say tell filter pane open one. I will update this as well. I will deselect the data and I will select only selected visuals. I'm updating it. Okay, it has been updated. Now let's see if it is working. Okay, both the bookmarks are working properly. I will just add the bookmark for this button. So this would be open one, open one. Let's see if it is functioning properly. Open one. Okay, and for this visual it would be close one. Let's see if it is functioning properly. Okay, so both the bookmarks are functioning properly. Let's close both these panes. Let's do some other formatting as well. So let me change some color for this visual. I will change the color for this and I will keep it as, I have a hex code for that. Okay, for this also and for this also. I will also off this lines on x-axis. I will off the value. Here also I will off the value. Here also I will off the value on y-axis. Same thing. I will do the formatting change for this visual. Line, I will change the line color to this greenish color. Here also I will change the bars to this green color. Here also I will change the bar to green color. So cards are ready. All the visuals which are there in the requirement document or the business requirement, all those visuals are also ready along with the KPIs, and we have also built a slicer or filter pane by using bookmarks. In this way, I think the report is completely ready. And this report, you can, I have given the link for the Excel file which I am using as a data set of this in the description. So you can play around with the data set and you can make the visuals as per your requirement or as per your creativity, and you can do some experimentation with this, and you can also create your own dashboard by using the data set, which I will be giving in the description. The symbols which I have been using, those images will also be there in the description, so you can check out the description for the data set on the and for the symbols as well. So the report which we were creating is finally ready. This is the sales dashboard, this is the summary page, and this is the sales trend page. So I hope you have got a clear-cut idea and you have understood this entire procedure of building the entire report from scratch by using just an Excel file. I hope you have understood each and every things which I have taught in the video. And if you are facing any difficulty or if you have any doubt, you can just comment in the comment section. I would really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the next one.